kuna kaujinga fulani lazima tuongelele kama Wakenya, and we must check ourselves before it is too late. First and foremost, we are not about to sanitize leaders because all of a sudden they've had a change of heart and they are now saying Kasongo must go. We're not about to sanitize these leaders just because they have joined the revolution of Kasongo must go. No, kila mtu abebe msalaba wake tafadhali. Kaujinga kakusema we can now sanitize leaders and support leaders from previous regimes just because all of a sudden they want to help us stick Kasongo home. Hapana.
Sababu tunaogopa kuchagua viongozi.
Hey, my people, if 2022 tulidanganywa na Ruto with hustler dynasty politics, hii 2027 tusipochunga, we are going to be danganywa by Ruto must go. That our desire to see Ruto go, which we all share, nataka huyu jamaa toke, is going to make us elect the wrong leaders again into office. Look at this picture. Hii ni opposition wakikutana this week. This was meant to be a photo op, them showing the people that, look, we are working together, something is cooking. Good. I mean, it helps people have hope that Hiki Ruto must go is actually picking momentum, seeing faces from all over the country, pretty much. But who are the people in this picture? Look at the back row over there. Mithika Linturi. This CS for Agriculture who presided over selling fake fertilizer to our parents. This guy, if we had a good parliament, was meant to have been impeached. And now the other day, Rigathi goes and shakes hands with him and he's now brought him on board. I'm sure he's here at the invitation of Rigathi that we need the Meru to come on board. Hii kitu ya tribal kingpins, that someone has to be there representing a tribe. Hii ndio kitu tumekataa. This is what Gen Zs went to the streets overwhelmingly last year. Wakasema, we are tribeless. Now, these guys are here ostensibly saying that we are representing the people of Kenya and especially the Gen Z vote. We want to tap into the Gen Z vote in 2027. Listen to this guy, Peter Mbai, who essentially is one of the drivers within this team, talking about their vision to bring young people on board into this coalition.
We have this team that you saw, and of course, there are many other people who are not there. There are people from the coast. There are representatives who are coming from Northeastern in a big way. We are going to see some people from Luo Nyanza. There are some we are going to see from Rift Valley who are going to join. It will be from every part of the country. These are just who are there now. You're going to see something very unique. You're going to see an entry of young people with a national appeal who are also going to be part of this movement. Then what will happen is that everybody is going to go back and popularize their own party. For example, the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua is launching the party this May. Other people will go make sure they are strong in their own parties. Then, and by the way, we are not in a hurry to announce the presidential candidate. People are waiting, who is he? So they begin attacking them and saying that they stole land or they did inside marriage and all the kind of stories that of course happens.
They sold fake fertilizer.
Yeah, so that we're going to bring young people. Because they are the main cause, the young people are going to come in as salad, as an afterthought. Something just to complete this coalition. We'll say, the young people of this country, the Gen Zs and the millennials, are the main people who are going to determine election 2027. And you cannot have all these leaders, most of them are 50 and above, you cannot have them sitting down to decide about our future. And who are they likely to choose anyway? Your bet is as good as mine. They're not going to choose a credible person like Dr. Muhisa Kitui, former UNCTAD SecGen, the man on the right there in that photo, who has clearly got a credible track record, having served as a minister under Kibaki and internationally. He's not going to be even considered for that position because this is a tribal horse trading show. It's about how many people are you coming with behind you. And as you know, the Western vote is pretty much divided. It's a house divided between so many leaders. So he's not going to get even a chance, despite the fact that on paper and even from his track record, he is the most qualified person of all the leaders here, arguably, to run for president in 2027. When he speaks like a visionary leader, someone who can bring transformation into our country if he's elected as president.
Today, the blood of Gen Z, the fate of investors, the aspirations of our nation call upon us to be genuine in our determination, take shame of our nation, return humility to leadership, and find a higher calling that national liberation is more important than your personal political ambition.
They will not even consider someone like Martha Karua, who is equally a leader with credible credentials, apart from that one major blotch on her public profile, in the 2007 and 2008 post-election time. The rest of the guys in this picture, honestly, Matiang'i, yes, he has got a good track record, but as the Minister for Interior, he presided over the worst atrocities we've seen in this country in terms of the killing of innocent people, dumping them in River Yala and all that. And also, he's mentioned adversely with the Ruaraka land graft case. And then we have, of course, man from Wamunyoro. This guy, give a man power and you'll know who he truly is. When he was deputy president, he was the guy who was speaking very, very arrogantly, especially against the opposition.
Hawa watu saa ile waliona kimeumana, hakuna alikanyanga town. Moja alidifisha Nairobi hospital, akasema akuwa admitted, awekwe tu maji kwa sababu si mgonjwa, ndio asiende maandamano. Mwingine anakaa kwa nyumba yake.
When Azimio were having the cost of living protests in 2023, he was the one commanding the police. And they went especially to Luo Nyanza door to door, pulling people out of their houses and killing them in cold blood. He did not speak a word during that time. He even withdrew their security. This is the kind of man who went around talking about shareholders. All manner of backwardness, all manner of retrogressive tribal politics, talking about Mount Kenya, talking about his people getting their share of the national cake while he was deputy president. And now he comes around 360 thinking we are all foolish. And this is what I warned you earlier when I started this video, that we cannot afford to be fooled again. Ruto fooled us using the hustler dynasty narrative. This guy has come back now. He's fooling us by trying to show that he's the man disclosing all the secrets, all the things that Ruto does behind the doors. We welcome that. Yeah, continue saying that. We want to know exactly what happens behind those doors. But you cannot purport to be the leader of this anti-Ruto movement. Yes, we welcome all the support we can get from anybody. Just come and join the bandwagon. But you cannot arrogate yourselves the authority to choose the opposition presidential candidate who's going to face Ruto in 2027. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka, good man, yes, having served as vice president under Mwai Kibaki. He has been in politics since 1980s. I think it's 1984 or something. He has literally done 40 years in politics. Now, name me one transformative thing that Kalonzo has done in all that tenure, having served as minister under Moi, having served as vice president under Kibaki, and having been in politics as a member of parliament. I struggle to think of anything that he has brought that is positive in this country. The other people there, Eugene Wamalwa, likable guy, but again, nothing transformative in the way he handles politics. He sways with the wind. He's a bit spineless, isn't he? He doesn't really stand for anything. The same with the man at the back there, the former Attorney General, Justin Muturi. He's an opportunist who's just grabbing this opportunity for him to get into the right side and be able to benefit in the next electoral cycle. Most of these guys are actually quintessential politicians. They are thinking about the next general election. Apart from maybe Mr. Mukisa Kitui, who actually is a statesman. Statesmen think about the next generation, not the next election. So, what are we saying? We are saying like this, and this is what Gen Zs must demand. That yes, we are not opposing that you're meeting to talk about Ruto must go, to talk about how we can team up, how we can mobilize politically to push Ruto out of power in 2027. That is good. But as you do that, know that the Gen Zs are not just going to come and rubber stamp whoever you choose as your leader. Gen Zs have already chosen their leaders. We have people who we trust, who have got a clean track record, who when put to the test have demonstrated that they can stand for what we believe in. They can stand for transparency, for accountability, for good governance, and they believe in constitutionalism, the rule of law. And these people are none other than former CJ David Kanani Maraga and Busia Senator Okiya Omtata. These are guys whom Gen Z do not have any reservations in presenting as candidates in 2027 on behalf of the people of Kenya. Now, yes, go on with your mobilization, but know that we are not going to come and support your leader, your candidate. You, jipange, mukuje, and you support our candidate. Yes, you are going to support our candidate. At the end of it all, we're going to come to the table, and the Gen Zs and the millennials are going to tell you that you must support either Maraga or Omtata, hapo katikati. And then we can support this coalition. Otherwise, We are not going to go into another election where the Gen Zs are going to be mobilized to support these KANU orphans. Looking at this picture, most of them are KANU orphans. They have worked for Moi or for Ruto in one way or another. Apart from, of course, Mhisa Kitui and Mother Karua. The rest of them are these people we are saying, forgia wote. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Thanks for your time. If you are new to this channel, please take a moment to subscribe, give this video a big like, and leave a comment. And also hit the bell button so you get notified when we post next time. God bless you. Aluta continue. Peace. See you later.